Stardate log 69. This is the 69th attempt at making this video. Learning how to do OBS, learning how to screen record, and getting all of this set up took a little bit of work. Yeah. So today's video, we're going to be looking at Easy Drummer and the 4 easiest ways to come up, probably about the 4 only ways, really. Anyway, 4 easy ways to come up with beats for your songs. We're going to be doing that based off basically like doomy type riffs, but if you don't play doom, it doesn't matter. These concepts will work for blues, jazz, polka, big beat. It doesn't matter. What we're going to do for method 1. Method 1 is going to be, let's go to bandmate first. Method 1. Here we are. This is bandmate. What I did earlier is I imported a clean guitar part because bandmate works better for cleans. So we're using the AOR Master Effects Martyr for the distortion. This is the clean tone. Yeah, but the beat it gave us is just crazy. So let's go to Crash and try that. Now it's pretty busy, right? It's a pretty busy beat. So let's take the kick and move the amount of kicks down. And we'll do that with the Crash and see if that changes anything. Let's see what happens. So that's a way, if the beat it generates for you is too busy, you can bring these things down. So anyway, it gave us that beat. Let's add it in. Turn the distortion back on. We'll loop that. We'll loop that beat. We have a little counting click I made just to start us off. We have the metronome turned on. That's basically the riff I'd come up with earlier, but like I said, I had to refilm this. So let's try the riff we were using in bandmate. Okay, so that's method 1. Method 2, we will go and we'll do tap to find for method 2. Method 2 is pretty cool. If you go to tap to find, it's going to give you a click automatically. Type in some hits like a snare, kick, you can add hi-hats, whatever. For kind of a beat that you're kind of looking for. Let's do that. That was the beat I came up with earlier. So let's go back and do that again and listen to it and try to play something to it. We'll go ahead and hit search. Hit search now. This is the list of beats that it tells us to take a look at. And I know from doing this already that most of these are just not that close, really. It says 88%, but let's try it out. Okay, so there's that. Now we'll have to go to method number 3. Method number 3 is using the grid editor. It's kind of like my least favorite method, but it's the most unique method. Like, you're going to come up with the most unique beats because you're doing it yourself. So let's insert a block, new empty block right here. Make it a little bit bigger. There we go. Go back to the beginning of that block. And we're just going to do a simple little, kick snare beat. Add a cymbal in. We'll do a ride. Okay, so we've created a new beat. Let's loop that beat a little bit and see what happens. Okay, so that's a cool second beat, right? First beat. Actually, it's second beat when I wrote the song. Last attempt to do this. Now we were going to go to my folders here. This is method number 4. I have a bunch of grooves that I've bought. There's some doom, death metal, thrash, everything. User MIDI. If you go to my user MIDI folder, I have a crap ton. So we're here. Go to Doom Essentials. Yeah, let's do this backbone beat. That was a little busy on the kick, so what we can do is bring it in, click on it, it'll bring it up here in the editor, and I think I want to get rid of that one. Let's try that and put it in here. Now what's cool you can do is you can change the color of your blocks, so we're going to make this block yellow. Just that we know that's a different riff. Keep this one blue, keep this one gray for the click, and let's try it. Right there, I just kept playing the same riff over the second beat, and it flowed well. Like, it sounded good. So that lets me know using these two drum beats together is going to work pretty well. What we're going to do is we're going to copy this, Control C, paste it, Control V. Now we have that loop twice. So let's play this using those two drum patterns. So that's okay. It's decent. Now we're going to make it twice as long, and we're going to get ready to put in a transition. But first, let's see what it sounds like just looping these two parts like this. Okay, so there we go. We have, 2 repetitions. And now it's time to add in the next beat. You could either use any of these methods. You could do tap to find, which is, of course, right here. Or you could do bandmate, which is at the end, using your clean guitar. It doesn't have to be clean, but it says it works better with clean. Or grid editor, make your own. Go to grooves, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Doom Essentials, I believe it is. No, Anthology. I'm going to go to Doom Anthology and bring in one of these. Maybe this one. No, organize this by name. It was organized by percent because of the bandmate thing, tap to find. But now I have it organized by name, so I can go through here and look for. I was looking for these Sabbath ones. Something like that. Let's add that in. We'll make it purple just because it's the next part, and it's purple, and it's Sabbath, Master Reality. So we'll try to go into that part. I don't really like that part, but we'll try to do it and see how it flows. Yeah. So, I mean, it could work. Is it the best riff? No. It's not the greatest riff, but you could practice that by moving forward, coming up. And try it like that. So you've got 3 different guitar parts, 2 repetitions, and a bridge. And the cool thing is, like, old drum machines is kind of a pain to really do things. But let's say you wanted to, make these longer. You can move that. And you wanted to do another repetition, you just copy, paste, add them in there. And now you have 3 repetitions and you're good to go. Or maybe you want to move this part back over here, so you could take this out. And now you could put this in here. And you could try that method. Let's try it. I haven't done all this stuff in the earlier video. This is something I just thought about. So it's probably going to sound really weird, but let's do it. Probably pretty boring for you guys to watch that, but anyway, that was just a way to show you how you could easily on the fly go through and change where your drum parts are, play your guitar next to it, and just try different combinations, different ways to structure the song. And with those 4 options, it's pretty cool. Like, but the drum kit I'm using a post metal kit, which is one of the kits you gotta buy. I think they're like $79. Pretty cool kit, but you can go in here and just choose different kits to see if it's what's got the sound you're looking for, and then use those 4 methods and use your song creator down here and really just make really cool music, man. Another cool thing you can do is if you go in here, I don't know how it would work in your DAW, this is Reaper, but the best way I've found is to add a marker and you can change the tempo or time signature. So if you got like a 5/4 beat you're using, whatever, change it there, change the tempo there, and when you do that and you come back here, you have follow host. Well, that follow host will make it follow that other screen, and you can change tempos. Like, I don't know any other way to change tempo in here. I think there's some ways that are really crazy to do, kind of intensive. I'm not sure about that. Anyway, that's the way you can change tempos and time signatures. Structure your drums in here, and what's cool is once you do that, come over here, we've got the song starting at somewhere around here. Maybe it'll work. Let's find out. Typically this works. Yeah, so it works. When you're in the other window and you're recording guitars and bass and vocals, whatever you have in here will exist there, so you don't have to copy and paste this over there into your drum track. It's gonna follow it, and you can make these same markers, like these colored coded things over there, and label it, verse, pre-chorus, chorus. You can look at the screen, know where you're at in the song, while you're writing it, or even while you're recording it, because then you can just look and know where you're at the whole time. So that's a good way to use EZdrummer. I hope this video made sense. But I do want to try to do some more, so if you guys could leave a comment down below, were those riffs any good? Like, did I structure something that's decent? I don't know. Yeah. If you have any questions about using EZdrummer, leave that also down below, and I'll try to answer those as best I can. I don't know everything about EZdrummer, but I know enough to get you started. And I'll see you guys in the next one.